Good morning.
Good morning, Jim. Thank you for making time for us again.
No problem.
What a crazy day this will be.
For sure.
Oh, my God.
He's keeping a
Get
smile
your
on.
coffee down. You're going to need it.
So can you tell us where we are at with the SBA PPP loan? Is there a link available at Bangor Savings Bank yet?
Yes. So last night, probably 8:30ish, the SBA finalized their packet. So you can find it on sba.gov and on bangor.com.
And you have a Bangor Savings Bank packet that's specific for your customers, right? You've got that SBA form in there and then supplemental forms.
Yeah, we have some other information that would be helpful to have at the beginning of the application, so we can do the best job of processing as many loans as we can get through the process.
Now, can I ask you a question that just came in on the text line here about whether or not the loan is taxable? Typically, loans are not taxable, right?
Right. I'd have to look into the information from the SBA. I don't think it is because it's reimbursing for an expense.
Yeah.
But I would check with your accountant to be sure.
Perfect. And typically, if loans are forgiven, it is taxable. So, all right. So that's one question we had. And Desiree, as a small business owner who doesn't have employees, there's a $10,000 sort of a free money loan here, the way I understand it, for this economic disaster injury loan.
Yeah. So the EDL process has a grant component for $10,000, but the Paychecks Protection Plan also has a component for self-employed and sole proprietor that opens on April 10th.
Now, as I understand it, you can't apply for. Well, you can apply for both, but you have to decline that economic injury disaster loan if you get the PPP loan.
That's correct. You can't do both. And the economic injury disaster loan is a direct loan from the SBA. So the only place to apply for that is on the SBA's website.
Gotcha. But you're willing to give guidance to your customers, I'm sure, on that one.
Yes.
And as I understand, it's like
number of customers that did apply for that. It's the right tool for the right job if that's the one you need.
Yeah. So,
how do you know which one you should apply for?
I think you got to spend a little time reading both and deciding which one best suits your business.
Yeah. The one for most is going to be PPP because it offers so much more, 2.5 times your average annual monthly payroll from 2019. So that can give folks hundreds of thousands of dollars as opposed to just $10,000. But in somebody's case like Desiree, if she had just one employee in her small business, you got $10,000 there that you would not have to pay back. That's going to be forgiven whether you're approved or declined.
Right. So the EIDL loan is a loan, and there's also a grant component for up to $10,000.
Right.
Where the PPP, if you keep good records and bring them in, the entire loan could be forgiven.
What I loved about all of our conversation, Jim, the thing that stood out the most is you're doing this as a service to Mainers. It's not about trying to recruit new customers here. You said go to the banks you're with now. They'll take great care of you. They all have been on the SBA conference calls. They're informed, and this is not a time to poach, as I've seen some other banks try to do.
Yeah, we're very fortunate to have so many good community banks, credit unions in the state of Maine.
Yeah.
And it is, because of all the know your customer rules and laws, it's actually a little bit more efficient to work with your existing organization. If they, for some reason, are not participating, then go ahead and find the best option for you. But Jim, I would check with whoever you bank with today first.
All right. Jim, thank you so much for everything you've done for us during this time.
And for making yourself available. Honestly, that's great.
Well, so happy to be on here, and everybody be well.
You too. Take care. I don't know if I clearly corrected myself enough when we were talking about what is available for relief through that payroll protection plan. It is 2.5 times your average monthly salary or payroll from last year. So you take the 12 months of 2019, total it up, divide it by 12.
Multiply that by 2.5.
That's it.
Oh, I love math. I'm doing it again, homeschooling and all.
Thank you, State of Maine, for enlightening us on arithmetic here once again, for keeping the kids home. So 2.5 times, if your payroll last year was $1 million, and then, yeah, that's pretty close. I think it was like 919,000 for one business I was talking about yesterday, and doesn't look like a huge business, but yeah, divide that by 12.
You're paying all those people. And,
yep.
Right.
Times 2.5. That's one of the first lines on that little application there. One pager. Not too intimidating. They want to get the money into these hands of small business
It's
owners.
supposed to move fairly quickly. I did get a question. So to be clear, we can't apply for the EIDL until April 10th. That is not true.
Anytime.
That you can apply for right now. You must go to the
SBA.gov
website and do that. And it's very easy to find. It comes right up when I typed it in. It's like the first thing on there.
And those economic injury loans are available frequently, depending on...
This isn't just because of this. This has been on there.
Exactly. But they have one specific now for this particular disaster.